In this video, I want to talk about being heard via YouTube. First of all, a few facts about YouTube. YouTube is the second most popular search engine on the net, right after Google, which happens to own YouTube. And the top-ranked YouTube videos show on the first page of Google. Now, there's less competition on YouTube, so it's easier to get a high ranking. So you can get a high ranking on YouTube, and it shows up on the first page of Google. So it really is a shortcut in many ways to getting to the top of Google. And video blogging, otherwise known as vlogging, is becoming increasingly popular. And the sort of niches that do well with this are the health and fitness niche, fashion and beauty niche, gaming niche, and anything that's aimed at young people and teenagers tend to do well on YouTube when it comes to video blogging. And of course, if your video goes viral, it can potentially be viewed by millions of people. Probably the most viral video of all time is Gangnam Style, which YouTube actually had to change their software for the stats counting because so many people have watched it. And at the time that I'm making this video, you can see we've got over 2 billion views in YouTube. And this is an extreme example, but you never know. Your video could be the next Gangnam Style. It just shows you what can happen if a video goes viral. Okay, here's a really quick introduction to making videos for YouTube. Now, for most people, the simplest way to make a YouTube video is to use your smartphone. Most smartphones these days can record in HD video. Some can even record in 4K, so you can get quite a nice, sharp picture from your smartphone. One thing you should do if you're going to use your smartphone to make a video is to hold it the correct way round. You want to hold it long ways, like I'm showing in this illustration here, because then that fits into the size dimensions for the video on YouTube, for the video window on YouTube. If you don't have a smartphone and you don't want to get one, then the other alternative is to get an HD camcorder. You can get a reasonably good quality one off eBay quite cheaply. I'd avoid the really cheapo ones because the quality probably isn't going to be very good, but you can get one for upwards of $100 that will be perfectly adequate to do this sort of job. In addition to the picture, you also want to pay particular attention to the sound. So you want to shoot your video somewhere quiet, somewhere that's not going to have a lot of background noise, somewhere that's not going to have an echo or anything like that. And you want to use an external microphone if possible, because that helps cut out background noise, background chatter. So if you can have an external microphone that somebody can wear on their clothing, like a lavalier microphone or a lapel mic, a tie mic, then that's going to give you much better audio than if you simply use the microphone that came with the camera or with the cell phone. You also want to pay attention to the picture composition. So you want to choose a relevant location and a background. You also want to get the lighting right, because there's nothing worse than trying to look at a video and it's not lit properly. It can be very distracting and it can take the attention away from the subject. Ideally, you should aim for what's known as Rembrandt lighting. And this is so called because this is a type of lighting techniques that Rembrandt used in his pictures, and in particular his self-portraits. And if you can see this one here, you'll notice that the light is stronger on one side than it is on another. So it's got a bright light on one side, and then the light on the other side is dimmer. It's not completely black, so he's not sort of going to be silhouetted, but you have a strong light that's lighting him from one side and then a smaller light from the other, and the background is fairly dark. So that's probably the most ideal way to light your YouTube videos. Of course, shooting is only one part of putting together a YouTube video. editing is another, because obviously not everything goes right the first time when you're shooting a video, and you'll want to cut out mistakes and you'll want to move things along. And you also perhaps might want to put things in a different order than the order that you shot them in. There are lots of different video editing packages out there, both free and paid for. Let me just show you a few of my favorites. The first one is the free version of Serif Movie Plus, Serif Movie Plus Starter Edition, which you can download for free from serif.com/free-video-editing-software. And as you can see, it's got lots of different features on here, and it is quite a nice, easy piece of kit to use. You can also use Windows Movie Maker if you're using a PC, and you can find out more at windows.microsoft.com. You may already have it on your computer if you're running Windows. If you want to go for a paid-for solution, then a couple I'll show you here. The first one is the paid-for version of Serif Movie Plus, which is Serif Movie Plus X6, and this is the one that I use, and it is actually very simple and easy to use. It's not all that expensive. At the time I'm making this video, £61 is about $100 or thereabouts, and it does have a lot more features than the free version. Or you can use some of the Sony Vegas software packages. There's Sony Vegas or Sony Movie Studio. You can find out more at sonycreativesoftware.com/Vegas software. And you can see they've got some that go all the way from high-end pro editing packages right down to some fairly reasonably priced packages like Sony Movie Studio 13. If you don't want to appear in the video, you can make what's known as a PowerPoint and Camtasia video. And this is a graphics and screen captures video with a narration soundtrack, a bit like this video that you're watching now. PowerPoint comes as part of Microsoft Office, which you may already have on your computer if you have a PC. If not, you can get it from Microsoft, and for more information you should go to microsoftstore.com, then click on the Products tab and then the Software menu here. For screen capture, the best one on the market is Camtasia, which you can find out more about at techsmith.com/camtasia.html. It's not cheap, but it is a worthwhile investment. It comes with both the screen capture and editing software, so it's a complete package. I'm actually using Camtasia to make this video. If you want some free solutions, then a good free alternative to Microsoft Office is LibreOffice, which you can download from LibreOffice.org. And LibreOffice Impress is actually the software that I'm using to make the slides in this video. There's also a good free open source screen capture software called Cam Studio, which you can download from camstudio.org. And it's just the screen recording software, though. It doesn't come with the editing software, so you would need to get one of the editing packages that I spoke about earlier on if you're going to use Cam Studio. Now, I've only really going to have time to scratch the surface of how to make videos for YouTube in this video. But if you go to YouTube itself and do a search for how to make a good YouTube video, you'll find that there are quite a number of people out there who will talk you through it in some detail. Now, what types of videos go viral and get lots of shares and lots of views? Well, they tend to be quirky, something that's unusual that someone might want to share with somebody else. They also tend to be entertaining. They're not run-of-the-mill. They're something that's going to bring a smile to someone's face, perhaps. But above all else, the types of videos that go viral are different. Now, what types of videos do not go viral? Well, the first type of video that never ever goes viral are sales videos. If a video is salesy, then it's certainly not going to go viral. It's not going to get shared. A lot of people make the classic mistake when they're trying to get their video shared. They'll put out a really conventional salesy type video and nobody bothers to watch it, and they simply can't understand why. And another type of video that doesn't go viral are boring videos. The sort of videos that get shared, that get noticed, are the ones that are different, that are unusual, that are unconventional. So you need to bear that in mind. When it comes to making a video that you want to get shared on YouTube, you really got to think outside the box and do something that's original and that's going to get noticed. Now, you can always make a quirky video and put your website URL at the end of it if your aim is traffic generation. So there you go. That's just some of the ways that you can be heard via YouTube.